Breaking news. U.S. and Brazilian relations and U.S. and Colombian relations. If you're not familiar with my channel, I report the news for Central and South America with a special attention on Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. I have 3 good stories for you today. They're at a decent length, just a couple of minutes each. I have quite a bit more that I'm working on this weekend to get out this week, so bear with me, but I wanted to make sure that I at least made Monday's deadline. Let's jump into this first story right away. Brazil versus Trump. 50% tariffs over Bolsonaro trial ignite firestorm. The U.S. president has imposed a 50% tariff on Brazil's copper exports in response to the trial of former President Jair Bolsonaro accused of corruption and election-related misconduct. The Trump administration labels the trial a political prosecution targeting Bolsonaro's conservative policies. The tariffs hitting a key Brazilian industry have escalated tensions, with President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva condemning them as economic coercion. The trial has polarized Brazil, with Bolsonaro's supporters decrying it as a leftist attack. The U.S. action raises questions about using economic measures to influence foreign judicial processes, potentially disrupting Brazil's economy amid existing inflation challenges. The situation strains U.S.-Brazilian relations and could spark a wider trade war affecting Latin American markets. Now, I went over this the other day, exactly what a tariff is, but let me let you hear from someone else right quick.
I watched a little bit of the cabinet meeting this week, and I saw Secretary Bessent speaking very glowingly about the projection is $300 billion in tariff revenue this year. Well, tariffs are a tax, and American importers and businesses and ultimately consumers pay almost all of that. And so literally a week after we managed to extend the Trump-Pence tax cuts and prevent a $2,000 tax increase on working families, the administration is right now boasting of the fact that that the average American household is going to see about $3,000 increase in the cost of goods, because we're paying that. So that's why I referred to Liberation Day. I said could well be the largest peacetime tax hike in American history. We've been pushing back on that. I welcome the pauses, but I really do believe the antidote here is free trade with free nations. Tough on China, but continue to drive toward lowering trade barriers and non-tariff subsidies.
Okay, so everybody should know that we pay the tariffs. American companies and you, the consumer, pays the tariffs. Next up, U.S. senators' threats shake Colombia. Uribe's trial sparks global firestorm. U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno has threatened Colombia over the trial of former President Álvaro Uribe, accused of witness bribery and fraud related to alleged ties with paramilitary groups. The charges have divided Colombia, with supporters viewing the trial as politically motivated and critics seeing it as a justice for past abuses. Moreno's threats follow U.S. tariffs on Brazil for a similar political trial, raising fears of foreign interference in Colombia's judicial system. President Gustavo Petro's government faces pressure as the controversy fuels debates over national sovereignty and U.S.-Colombia relations. The trial could reshape Colombia's political landscape, with Uribe's conservative Democratic Center Party rallying against what they call a leftist witch hunt. The situation highlights tensions between Washington's influence and Latin America's autonomy, potentially affecting regional stability. Next up and lastly, Colombia's massive trade win with Cuba. 1,400 tons of exports changed the game. Colombia has signed a historic trade agreement with Cuba, exporting over 1,400 tons of agricultural goods, primarily coffee and crops, from the Tolima region. The deal strengthens economic ties between the two nations, boosting Colombia's farming sector and opening new markets in Havana. Signed under President Gustavo Petro's administration, the agreement marks a step towards deeper Latin American cooperation. Logistical challenges and global trade regulations could complicate implementation, but the deal promises significant economic benefits for Tolima's farmers. The agreement has sparked discussions about its potential to enhance the Colombian economy and influence Cuba's market dynamics, with broader implications for regional trade networks. So there you go. Just a little bit more. I love touching on Cuba. I hope you guys get the benefit of visiting Cuba at some point. It is a life-changing trip. There is no other place that I know of, I mean, short of North Korea, that you would want to visit that is just stayed still in time from pretty much the year I was born. So 62 years, that country has gone through what it's gone through, and it's challenging, let me tell you, to say the least. I implore anyone to visit Cuba. Remember, just in support of the Cuban people is what you need to choose to make sure you can get there. You can fly directly from the United States, and it only costs the visas like $100, I think it was last time I went, $90 or $100. I highly advise anybody who has never been to Cuba to go to Cuba. It will change your idea on other countries and give you a better understanding as what Cuba actually is. It's 90 miles away, but you'd be surprised what it's like. You can only watch but so many YouTube videos. I'm telling you, you need to walk up one of these dark streets at 2 o'clock in the morning and somebody walk out, hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? You know, it's not like here. It's not like Colombia either. So anyway, you're up to date with the latest news. I got another 30 stories that I'm going to get through today, and it'll roll out sometime this week. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
So, hey, girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This is why I watch dcbornrob.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.